everyone, it's Melody. So last year around this time I did a must-haves for your school locker video, but I didn't like it at all. I didn't like how it went. I just didn't like it. So I was going to redo it this year, kind of an update version of it. So let's go ahead and get started. There is also less in this video too, because I feel like I kind of demanded a lot, and then I don't know, I just didn't like it. I mean, I was apologizing because guys saw a tampon. I mean, it was just really just not even, no. Okay, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with this. Alright, so in the last video, I had these shelves and I recommended them. Now I regret recommending those because they bend, like they fold in, and then they knock over and they end up like this in your locker, and your stuff is just everywhere, and it's not a fun experience, and I don't like it because your books are everywhere. Then you gotta lift it up and you gotta do all this stuff, and it's really just a big old hassle to have these. So that's why I recommend these cheaper and sturdier ones. And oh, another thing before I get too into the video, the lockers at my school go about this far up from the floor to pretty close to the ceiling. I would say maybe a couple feet down from the ceiling. So they're really long lockers. Now, a lot of people in a lot of schools have the lockers that are that same length, but they're cut off in half, so you have a top locker and then a bottom locker. That is not how it works at my school, so I am going to show you guys different ways to downsize this to fit your locker needs. And one of the ways is with these shelves. So these are just shelves that slide really easily into your locker, and I don't know, you can fit all kinds of books in them, like so. Just throw a book in, and they're super tall, so they will fit the tall books like 3-ring binders and textbooks and all that stuff, and they won't bend and go everywhere, and they're cheaper too. I would recommend, if you have the same locker size as me, getting 2 of them because they have little holes on the bottom right here that go into the top of the other one, and so they fit perfectly like so. Wait, hold on. Sorry for the inconvenience. There we go. So they fit perfectly like so, and they can fit into your locker pretty good too. If you have the littler lockers that I was talking about, just give one of these. On the picture that it has here, it shows one of those littler lockers with just one in it. Alright, so the next is this bad boy, which I really, really like, and it's one of those locker organizers. So the reason I want these, or I recommend these, is because they can hold so much stuff only for a couple of dollars. I think this is either $3 or $5, or $3.25. That is my text alert. I'm getting a text message. Okay, I'll check that later. But so here's my mirror in the top left corner of it. It's my right now because it's facing it. Its back is towards me, but when it's facing me, it's my left. So on the top left corner, there is a mirror, so you won't have to buy your own magnetic one. There's just one already built in. And then on this pocket, I have a bunch of pencils. These are wooden ones that say London because my father visited London and he brought me back pencils that said London on it. And then I also have these cuter mechanical ones. Yeah, they're just cuter, that's why I like them. And then on the pocket below it, there is a case that you can fit both your iPod and your phone in, and that is what I use those for. And then right here in this clear little thing, that's a good place to put a picture. I guess you could put your school ID or something like that, but I would want that in my wallet, not in my locker. So yeah. And then here is a little pocket, and I hold paper clips and these kind of clips that You open up and they clip onto like your agenda book or something, and you can find the page right away. And then on these two pockets I have gum, bunches of it, and these Colgate Wisp things for after lunch when you need to freshen up your teeth. Those things are cool. They're like little mini toothbrushes and all that good stuff. And then on the bottom pocket I have 3 Expo markers for my magnetic whiteboard, and then 2 hand sanitizers for before lunch. So that is how much stuff fits into this, but the only catch is that it hooks onto your locker. It doesn't have a magnet to stick onto your locker, so that is why I would recommend getting these Command brand damage-free hanging hooks that you can just take the tape that is the, oh, be quiet. Okay. So, I would take this tape, you stick it onto the back of it, and then stick it to your locker, and then when it's time to take it down at the end of the year, you just remove the hook, and then there's the tape, and you just gently pull it off, and there is your thing. There is your hook. It's off your locker. And so these are super easy to hang up. This will fit in any locker on the door. So yeah, that is why I recommend those. Next, hold on. Okay, next is a whiteboard. Now, if you're going to have the hanging locker organizer for those smaller lockers, you will not be able to fit a whiteboard to it. So I would either go one or the other. In my opinion, I would go without the whiteboard because that is really handy, and you could just use your agenda to write things that you need to know down. But here it says, the reason that I like this whiteboard is because it's small. I mean, I don't need that much information. And it has the days of the week on it, so if Tuesday, if there's a test, I can write down chemistry test or something like that. Next are these little kind of basket type things that are really easy to just stick into your locker, and they hold whatever you can imagine. Now, I did have a third one which would have highlighters in it, but I don't know where that third one went. But on this first one, I would just hold a bunch of pens. I have these pretty basic pens that are blue and then also come in red. And then I also have these cute designer pens, like this. And then I have these London pens too that my dad also got for me from London. And on the second container, I have lots of other containers. And the first one is for all your feminine necessities. It's nice and skinny and flat, so it fits tampons and panty liners. I don't use pads, I use tampons and panty liners. And then in this little container, I hold makeup. And I don't hold that much stuff in my makeup. I just have 3 hair ties, mascara, concealer, lip gloss, and lip balm. So you really don't need that much makeup for school, in my opinion. Lots of people carry like blotting powder and foundation and extra eyeshadow, extra eyeliner, and I don't think you need that much. And then here is just a little sparkly wallet that you just have a couple dollars in for lunch and if you want to go to the vending machine or whatever. But for the vending machine, I prefer to carry around a coin purse. This coin purse is so pretty, and I got it in Honduras in the airport. The airport was in San Pedro Sula, just if you were wanting to know. And I hold all my quarters in that. And then the last 3 things that I have in this container are these little lunchbox erasers, which I would just hold regular erasers in this because I don't know where you can get these. I got them at a bookstore. I don't remember which big store, but it's so cute. It has all kinds of things like ham for your locker, cookies, and crackers and cheese. They're lunchbox erasers. They're so cute. My math teacher last year, she thought that I was eating because I had all these out, and she asked if I needed a snack or whatever, and I was like, these are erasers. But yeah. And then just a little compact handheld mirror that, I don't know, I feel like any girl needs, which has just a kind of farther view and then a closer view on the bottom, which I find handy. And then the last one is whiteout correction tape. Maximum of 10 meters, it says, which is a lot. I mean, I don't know how many mistakes you can make to where you can use 10 meters. But yeah. And then a couple of other things include magnets. These little clip-on ones to where if you want to hold paper or pictures or whatever. And then these magnets that are just circles and they stick on pretty easy. No big deal. And then also you're going to want a mini hairbrush. Just for to keep in your locker. I don't like lugging around a big hairbrush, so that's why I always keep a little one in my locker. And then also a mini deodorant. This I actually keep in my gym locker, and the lid just flew off of it. Where did it go? Oh, it's way back there. I'll get it later. But I would get a mini deodorant for your gym locker because, I mean, if you want to get a full-size deodorant, that's up to you. I don't really see the point of it. And I just keep knocking everything over, where you can just use one of these. And then the last thing is something smelly. I have these Bath & Body Works scent portable things. I'm almost out to where I need a refill. This is the scent Sweet Pea. But this is what it looks like. And this little wax type thing just fills the room or whatever it's in with a beautiful scent. And I had this in my locker last year, all year, so that's why it's pretty much out. Or you could use one of those car fresheners. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything I need, everything you would need inside your locker, besides all your books and stuff, which is what these bad boys are for. So thank you for watching, and leave your thoughts and comments down below. I will talk to you all later. Also, if you think that I forgot something, please let me know, because I want to know if I have forgotten something and that you think that I should need in my locker. So I will talk to everyone later. Bye.